I think we're ready. Okay, now I got divorced over Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's see.
Let me just say it straight out the way. I am no longer married, and I'm divorced. When I met this woman, I told her about my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. She hated
Okay.
it. She didn't like it. She said that, hey,
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna pause a lot, but mistake number one, you got with a shorty that didn't respect your hobbies. Crazy. Let's continue.
you could do something better with your life. You should go back to school. So you know what I did? Back in 2016, I sold all my equipment. I sold my YouTube channel. I sold
He had
all
a
my camera
he was a
stuff.
content creator
You know
too.
what? Maybe it is time to move
He
on.
dropped
Maybe
it
it's time for me
all?
to do something better with my life.
Was he a Yu-Gi-Oh
Not
content creator?
knowing that at that time, what I had was very special.
Nah.
At that time, something that I chose to do, YouTube, I had something going on. Even though I had some drama and stuff going on before and I shut down my channel a few times, I had something that I completely gave up.
Oh my.
I gave it up
God.
because
Oh,
someone said, hey, you know
wow.
what? Maybe it is time to move on. You gotta do
Oh
something better with your life. You
nah.
gotta do
This is
something
wicked
more for your
already.
life. And I sold all my stuff for a woman. And she's no longer here.
Wait, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to clown, bro. I get it. I get it. I don't actually get it. See, for me, I can get like small things that you might wiggle to get with a show. I get it, right? Right? I get it. But again, mistake number one, you sacrifice your hobbies for a shorty, right? Like crazy, right? You got to get with somebody that's gonna respect your hobbies, right? Mistake number two, if he was making money from his YouTube, then you dropped a a a, a business that was bringing your potential household with this girl income just because she said she didn't like it. And again, your biggest problem is getting with this girl who didn't respect your hobbies, and of course, and then didn't respect your hustle. You feel me? I think that's crazy. I think that's wicked. Like I think that's the most wicked thing. But I digress.
And
Okay.
this problem persists. She told me at that time, hey, you want to meet my mother? You need a car. Because I didn't have a car at the time. I was doing YouTube. I was working from home. I didn't need to drive anywhere. Yes, YouTube is what I did for a living.
And you were
How I
making
paid my bills.
money.
And I was street performing also.
Oh my.
How did I street perform?
And
I
he's
just
a
catch
street
the bus
performer.
20 minutes down the street, played my
Okay.
horn, went home. I
Okay.
never needed a car.
That's fair.
When I met this
And I'm also curious to like what city he lives in, because depending on what city he's in, like if he's able to do everything he's got to do, if like the grocery store's right down the street, or if he's making enough money from YouTube to be like, hey yo, you can order your groceries online, it's at your house. Like, yeah, what does he need a car for? Either? Like, okay, I can get like eventually get you a whip type shit, but like if you're making enough money to do all this shit, like, and you're also like, why get myself a car when I don't need a car in my current lifestyle? I can get that as well. I can get both sides. Like that's almost like not living above your means. I feel like a car is basic, but like if you don't need it, you don't need it. Like if he lives in New York and he says it's a street performer, so I imagine he might live in New York or like somewhere like a city where that's like something that's common type shit. Like I imagine like bro could probably was like able to just get by, because you have New Yorkers who don't have license type shit because they take the train. So like I'm very curious where he lives, but my bad. I'm not gonna keep pausing.
You have to go back to school. You have to exercise. You have to get your degree. You have to do something better with your life. Even though I explained to her, this is what I chose to do.
This is what you
A woman comes in
do.
your life and try to
And
tell
you
you the
dropped
plan
it
that
for
you
her?
chose for your life is wrong.
That's wicked.
And out of love, I choose to say, you know what? Maybe she's right. And I took a chance. I took a chance. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give this up completely. Like
Wow.
for good. Sold the channel to Jobber. Sold all my stuff.
Sold the channel and everything.
Tried to go back to school multiple times. There's some. I don't want to say that I can't finish school, but it certainly
not
feels
for
like
you.
I can't.
Yeah, it's not for you.
I don't know what it is. And every time I talk to people, they just think that everything I say is just an excuse.
Nah, bro.
You are a grown man. You are an adult. You can do it. It's like no one can.
Okay, check this out. Yo, we're only 3 minutes in. Okay, nah, this is wicked. We're only 3 minutes in. Okay, check this out. Look, what's crazy about this to me is like, okay, I feel for him to an extent, right? Now, one, like I said, we've already talked about his personal take, but like me, I'm in college, right? So I'm in school for computer science. So, but I had to take a break for a year because I was like, I don't know if school's for me. And it's not that I couldn't. It's just at a certain point, I start dropping off. Like every semester, I start dropping off, and it was hard for me to like try to get it back. And I always felt like one class, or I would get like a low grade in like one class, because it was like I would just start dropping off. At the same like point, right? It was like a canon event every semester. It was crazy. And I kept going until I got to this point, like in fall last year, where I was like, nah, let me just take a break to figure my life out. And I ended up failing on my classes because I was like, yeah, I can't do this, right? And it really comes down to like, at a certain point, school isn't for everybody. And I have friends who already dropped out of school and went to go get trades, do other things. And it does come to a level of drive. Like you have to have motivation, like 100%. And if you can't, and even with that, you have to have a level of just knowing who you are. Like if you're book smart, or if you can like absorb information and you can retain information and regurgitate it really easily, college is easy for you. You're gonna have might not have an easy time, but you're gonna have a solid time through college, going through no problem, right? But if you're like someone who's like more like physical or creative, like I'm more of a creative than I am very like big on like, retain information. I can do it with like some effort, but like I'm big on creativity. So if you're a guy like this who's a street performer, he plays Yu-Gi-Oh, like he's he has obviously a strategic mindset, of at the very least being able to go from point A to point B the most efficient way. If you play card games, that's how it is. That's just how it is. And then like, and he has a different type of hustle, a different type of drive, because he was a content creator, which is a totally different ball game. Like that's him. That's his thing. It's like I don't really like this whole like rhetoric, or not rhetoric, but like this whole like, I don't know, this whole narrative that gets pushed, especially like towards men sometimes, when it comes to like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, like this is what you're supposed to do. You're a man, you're a grown man, you should be able to, like sometimes the script isn't the same for everybody. And a degree, like my mom saying, a degree isn't gonna help if you can't get a job with it. And if you can't even, if you're not that type of person, like he's a creative, 100%. He's a creative, he can make content. That's his thing, and I cannot believe this man dropped all that for this woman. I gotta know what happened with this girl, cause oh my god, like, and she must come from like a family where like they pride themselves on education, like that must be what's going on. So she's trying to do that, but she's also one of those women that are like super controlling, trying to like change his entire like thing. Like I feel like that's just crazy. I feel like that's insane. But let's continue.
See it from my perspective. It's
School's
like
not for everybody.
Always wrong.
That's
when
crazy.
I study, what I do? Fall asleep.
Yeah,
What
it's
do
not
they
for
say?
him.
Hey, you're lazy. You're
Nah.
procrastinating.
Nope.
You're choosing not to do this. And I'm like, that's got to be something wrong with me. When it comes to school,
He's a creative.
studying, and staying
He's got to
on
do
task
stuff
and
that's
staying
interesting to
focused,
him.
I just can't do it. And I try. And I go back to school. And I pay all this money. And I pay all this money. And I pay all this money. And I fail. And I fail. And I fail. And I fail. Music has always been there for me.
He's a musician,
and I've always
too.
been great
Like,
at it. People say
man.
that, hey, they try to test me. They say, hey, you know music, right? You know this person? No. You know this person? No. You know this person? No. Well, how are you a musician? I also get people say to me, hey, what key is this in? I say, I don't know. Like, they say, well, how are you playing? How are you a musician? How do you play so
He
well?
might have perfect pitch too.
I am not the type of person who is book smart or knowledgeable. I don't know things.
He
But
just
I know
plays.
how to
That's
do
real.
things. I know how
Yeah.
to do things physically.
Yeah, he's
In a
he's
creative
a physical
way.
guy. He's
I'm
creative.
not the type of person who
There you go.
retains things and hold on to things, who can read a book and then take a test, pass it, and go on.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not me.
100% fair.
I am a creative
He's a creative.
creative-minded person. Anything
And he's not stupid either. Like, to be, not everybody there, you'll be surprised. There are people that cannot, like, who cannot get to that point to where you could be able to say all this and like be completely honest about yourself about all this. Like, he's super self-aware. He's not stupid. He's not stupid. He's just not book smart. He's like street smart. He's not stupid. He knows exactly the type of dude that he is and what he's good at. He just unfortunately let somebody pressure him into dropping the things that he's good at. like just it for love. Like I get it, love blinds. Sometimes you get to put the blinders on. You're like, maybe she right. Let me go. Let me do this. I get it. It's unfortunate, but he's not dumb either. His just skills lie in other areas. I hate this shit happen to this dude already. I feel so bad. I feel for him too because I'm a creative too. I'm a creative first. Like over anything, I'm a creative first. Like I can study and I can study hard, but it's difficult for me. Like I gotta like really like I gotta chug at something to really get it sometimes. You feel me? But like I feel him though. I feel him.
And that involves creativity, I can do at least to some degree where people are like, wow, you do it so well. You ever thought about going to school? No, I tried. It doesn't work. This is all tying together. I met the parents. They asked me, hey, what do you do for a living? I had to tell them I am a musician. I couldn't tell them I was a street musician. I am a musician. Then they said, hey, you have a degree? I said, I don't have a degree. My ex-wife parents did not speak to me for 2 years.
God
and told
damn.
her not to marry me because I don't have a degree. What sense?
I called that too. I was like, her family's probably like super like on education, like getting your degree, getting this. You got some people that feel like that's the only way out, especially like old school like parents and like like our generation. Our parents are like not super on that because they grew into the internet age with us, so they get it type shit like the age of the internet and like how much money you can make doing like content and stuff like that. But like you got some people that are like super education driven. So like I called that. I had a feeling that her parents were like big on that. So she's big on that, and she knew that her parents weren't going to accept him if he didn't have a degree. So that's why she was doing that. So not to give her too much credit, because this is kind of like it's kind of his fault for letting her do this, but also like again on both sides. I get both sides. She was probably like, damn, I kind of fuck with this dude. However, I know my parents ain't going like him if he don't have his degree. Let me try to help him elevate. Let me try to level him up. But she didn't understand that this dude isn't that type of guy. Like if you like him for real, you gotta like him as who he is. Like this dude was doing his own thing. He's a creator first. Like you can like him, but if it's about bringing somebody to your family that your parents are gonna agree with, and if that thing is they have a degree, you can't be just coming in somebody's life and just changing their entire situation. I feel like that's crazy.
Does that make? So I give up this YouTube thing. I give up my entrepreneurial thing. I try to do something that's not innately a part of my strengths at all because I'm thinking I'm in love to do something for somebody to prove something.
Yeah. It's an anime. Okay. See. There
And
you
this
go.
continues on through the marriage. She says, hey, you need to find a hobby. I'm like, oh.
He plays Yu-Gi-Oh!
Play Yu-Gi-Oh again. So,
That's his hobby.
last December, last year,
Oh,
I
man.
start my channel up again. I buy my channel back from Java. Like, oh, she gave me the okay to go into a hobby.
Yeah.
You know what she said? You're spending too much time playing.
Not that hobby is crazy.
It's either the cards or me. She literally said that. I'm like, you just said I need a hobby. I get into a hobby, and now you said I'm doing it too much. What is it? What do I do? She says, why are you into those cards so much? I said, hey, I need to make a video about something. And I haven't played this card game for 2 years, on and off. How can I make a video for my subscribers about something I have no knowledge of?
Yeah.
And I try to explain it to her, but she don't get it. She thinks it's just cards you pick up and you just play like Uno. It's not that way.
Yeah.
Every 3 months, a new set come out, new stuff come out. I can't make a video about something if I don't know what it's about. I can't start my channel back up and just start making videos. I have to be in it.
Yeah.
I have to learn about it and learn what's going on. She hated those cards. She literally cried because of those cards. And people say, hey, priorities, man. It's your wife or, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Nah.
But then I'll be back at that point where I'm giving up things that I like, things that's a part of my life.
For somebody else's
for someone
happiness.
else.
That don't make you
to
happy.
feel
That don't
happy.
fulfill you. Oh
And
my God.
I feel miserable in the process. I'm sitting
That's
here watching
crazy.
all these YouTubers come out and make videos and do all this stuff. They're traveling. I'm like, that's what
And to watch your peers doing what you want to do, and it's something that you know you can do, that's agonizing. That's crazy. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I feel so bad in the sense of like, eventually, like, you got to own up to, like, and he's doing that here, but it's like, I feel so bad for him because I can understand how you might let love change your entire perspective about things. Like, I get it. And like your entire, like, how you do everything. Like that feels so bad. That feels so bad. Damn. I feel so bad for him. But he's also kind of weak willed when it comes to just like, bro, you would look. One thing I will tell you, you a grown ass man. Just like you can get on that, get on that grind and hustle for your YouTube and learn about all this and that. Get on the street, perform your music. You got to be just as like stand up about that as you are about standing on your principles, even with your wife. Like I get like this type shit, but it's like, ayo, look, this is my thing. This is what makes us money. This is what brings money to the household. You don't gotta understand it, but you gotta respect it. Like he gotta stand his ground. He's kind of weak willed, and he got like that's something that he gotta come to. Like, hey, put your foot down, man. Put your foot down. Women like that too. Women like when you put your foot down just a little bit type shit. You don't gotta disrespect it, but like put your foot down. Like, hey, I ain't budging. You feel me? I ain't moving from this. Crazy.
That's what I used to do. I love that. I miss that. Why can't she come along with my journey instead of scrutinizing me?
Yeah.
And then that's money gone from me. It's not about the money, but that was money gone
Yeah.
from me.
You was
Then
bringing money into the
street
household
performing.
for y'all to go do
I
shit. Like,
said to her, hey, I don't want to move away from Baltimore. You may be thinking, why? That's where my home base is.
oh, he's
My
in
gigs,
Baltimore.
My
Okay.
performances, everything. Keep in mind, I didn't have a job. Like, when I say I don't have a job, like a real job. A real job is, going in 9 to 5. I didn't have a real job for over 10 years. It was YouTube.
And he was
playing
able
on.
to
That's how I
just
paid all my bills.
YouTube and music is crazy.
So when we got married and we moved out to Baltimore,
You knew
to
this.
somewhere else I didn't want to be.
You knew this about this dude, and then you talking about moving from where he makes his money, so then he has to start all over it, and now he's not bringing in money because you won't let him do his YouTube, you won't let him go on the street because he's not back in his home base where he makes money and does gigs. This is crazy. I'm
She
sorry.
said, hey, how come you're not paying the bills? And I was like, what? I have a job. I have a 9 to 5 job. I don't make enough from this 9 to 5 job to pay all these bills.
That you made me get because you want to go move. Well, now I gotta rebuild my entire clientele to do my music, so I can't pull in crazy money from doing. He must have been making crazy money as well. It's like I can't pull in. I gotta go rebuild my music gig. I gotta in between time. I'm working this 9 to 5 job. I can't do this YouTube thing because you don't like the you don't start crying on me. Like that's wicked. Chat, that's wicked. Oh my
Before
god.
then, I could street performing in YouTube. I made enough money off of that to pay the bills. Now I'm working 9 to 5 all day long, and that's not a complaint because there are people who do that. But I had something that most people wish they had. Most people wish they can go out,
On G.
make some money, pay their bills, and have all day off. That was a gift.
Yeah, for him, it's going home
That
and
was
playing Yu-Gi-Oh
something-
and making YouTube videos.
That was something that I had. Now, you can take this video as me complaining, crying,
Nah, I get you.
I messed
Nah,
up.
G.
It is all of that. It is true. I am complaining. I
Yeah.
am hurt.
Oh well, shit. Fuck
I
it, yeah.
made some
I'm not
mistakes.
taking it as
I
that.
did some dumb things. And you're right. It is my fault. I chose.
Hey, at least he's
show
accountable.
my channel.
My bad.
I
My bad.
chose.
My bad for trying to not put. My bad for not trying to do you like that. You know, stand on business. Stand 10 toes, my nigga. Hell yeah. Stand on 10 toes.
Not realizing, you know what? This is my YouTube channel. This is my life. You can't come into my life and dictate to me and tell me what's better for me because you don't see it from my perspective. And then get mad at me when I lose all of those things.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna have to get YouTube Premium. Doing these
And I
reactions, I'm
can't
gonna need YouTube
do-
Premium. Ugh.
And I can't do what you think I should do. I've never been that way. It's like you're trying to tell me to walk
Fund my
or
YouTube
run a
Premium
lap
chat.
or race with no legs. You're trying
Yeah,
to
this
tell
is
me to
crazy.
do something that I innately just cannot do. And when
Yeah,
I
this is
say I
dumb.
can't do that, it's just an excuse. So I'm moving out. In 2 weeks, I'll be moving out. I'll have my own place again. I'm
Hell yeah.
starting my life over. And you guys know I couldn't make videos when in the house. The only time I can make YouTube videos is when she's gone. And you might be thinking, oh, why is that? She would come in here from her room and say, hey, you're too loud. Hey, I'm trying to read. I'm like, wait, what? I gotta talk. I gotta make a video.
He trying to make
I'm
he's trying to make
disturbing
bread.
her. And yes, I'm venting and I'm ranting.
Nah,
If you stayed this long, thank you. If you didn't, it's okay. But I needed to get this off my chest because it was brewing. I am deeply hurt. And I hurt myself. I don't blame her at all.
It's his fault.
Everything
He
that
knows.
I've chosen to do
It's on me.
is
Hell yeah.
because I
He's standing
wanted
on
to
it.
do it.
He's standing on it.
I wanted to make someone
He's standing
happy.
on it.
I thought I can be that person for someone else, and I thought I can do it. I thought I can get away from YouTube and Yu-Gi-Oh! And street performing. I thought I can go back to school and pass and get a real job and make some good money to pay all my bills. I thought I could be that man who could do those things. But the truth is, I have special gifts and talents
Hell yeah.
that other people wish they had to be able to pay and make money and do things in ways people wish they could.
Oh yeah.
It's ironic, isn't it? It's ironic that I wish that I can go to school and work a 9-to-5 job all day long to pay all my bills. It's ironic that I want to do what people hate to do. They hate to go in and live a mundane life. They hate that. And they want to have their own business. They want to make their own money. They want to have their free time.
That's so real.
I had that. Literally, I would work 3 hours a day, and have enough at the end of the month to pay all my bills and do whatever I need and travel.
Wow.
But that
That's a
wasn't
blessing,
good enough
dude.
for the person I was with. It
Wow.
wasn't secured enough. What if you didn't make enough was the question. What about medical bills? What about this?
But if
What
he's
about
on
that?
the
What about
grind, he doing what he gotta
retirement?
do,
What about all
like-
the stuff? I truly want to do YouTube full time. Not for a living. Yes, money comes along with it. And yes, my channel is dead. But I'll do it as a hobby because I like doing it and I can't give it up.
Hell yeah.
I've made a video about not giving up before. I said I would never give up. I just can't. I enjoy making videos.
Yep. That's
I
so real.
enjoy playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's so
I enjoy
real.
being with my friends and doing those things. Even at this age, even 15 years later. I'm done. Thanks for watching. You can leave a comment.
Man, this is a video. This is such a crazy video. But this is real though. Like, yeah, Coco, this is like, there are so many lessons in this video on some real shit. Like, there are so many lessons in this video. It's insane. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and, y'all want the link? Yeah, I'll post it in chat. There's so many lessons in this video. Like, this one is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And like, on some real shit, this dude, I'm glad he had the ability to take that accountability and be like, nah, this is my fault for real. This is my fault for giving up the things that people wish they had and not appreciating it. It's like, I did this out of love. So it's even like, yo, I regret not saying no and giving up my dream, but I don't regret the fact that I did this shit out of love and I tried to do something, and that's real. At least like being able to say like, I tried to do this shit, feel me? Honestly, him being himself is all he needs. Sadly, it took him going through this to learn that. We only live this life once with no proper tutorial on how to be yourself. We learn, dude, this is amazing. Yeah, shout out to this dude. Shout out to this guy. Look, YouTube channel right here. I'm actually curious. Oh yeah, it's called Your Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Oh yeah. Oh, he's going crazy. He's going stupid. Wait, oh yeah, he's going crazy. Yeah. This was his, obviously, like, that was his buff, like his crazy one, you feel me? But like, he's definitely leveling up. He's getting some good views. Shout out to my boy. He's doing what he loves. He got 114K subscribers. Like, he's doing what he loves. He's doing what he loves. Hell yeah. That's hard. Respect to this dude. Anyway, for the YouTubes, I'll see y'all in the next one. Chat, let's move on.